Hey guys and welcome back to another video here. Today we are doing a brand new what if, which will be what if Naruto was a girl slash female, part 1. But yeah, in this what if we're gonna, explore what if Naruto was a girl. And I may sometimes say Naruto, but Naruto's name, which I'll probably will actually leave in the description below constantly, which should be called Reue. Yes, Reue is, I think, at least a staple on this channel for Naruto's female name. Yeah, so dang it. Oh, I knew what I was going to say and now I've forgotten. Yeah, I think most people tend to start very around the anime, the anime starts, the birth of Reue, the birth of Naruto. But I'm going to start it even before that. I'm going to start it, well, not literally this one, because it would take millennia, then not millennia, it would take a lot of parts. No, yeah, I'm going to start it. Well, I'll start talking about it probably around the Sage of Six Paths, because the Sage of Six Paths told, remember, all 9-tailed beasts, but I don't think he told them. I don't know. I think he did. He told all 9-tailed beasts that there would one day be a boy with light blue eyes that will be able to knight all 9 of yous in one go. And of course that came into Naruto. Most what ifs tend to end before that, before they get up to that part, or just graze through that. They don't really pay too much attention to that, but that Sage 6 Paths, like at his time, which Naruto wasn't even born then, or Reue in this thing, in this what if, hasn't even been born yet, and plus, the Toad Sage, the Miyoboku, Toad also had that premonition. Yeah, so both of them are going to know, of course, this other boy, it's going to be a girl with light blue eyes, and like most people tend to do blonde hair, but I would think red hair, because I think Naruto, a boy having blonde hair and not long, but when it comes to Naruto, as most people tend to say, I'm going to say Reue. Yeah, and Reue have been a girl now. Reue have red hair, and long flowing red hair. Not really taking much after. Not taking much after. Her dad, besides from probably having both chakra reserves were huge, and having half the 9 tails, which she's still gonna be born with whiskers. That I think will probably never change. I think why that was, I think, yes, the silver weakens, the fellow can't get the child, and how can stand I was gonna say Shikamaru, no, Kamhamaru doesn't have 2 whiskers like Naruto does, because Naruto is one person. Not Shikamaru. Now I'm thinking of a completely different anime. Oops. Oh, yeah. His grandson's name. His grandson, his wife was I think it was his wife. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. I think it was his wife that was his wife. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I know, like, what's it like? Naruto will be in this time, but Naruto will be like Naruto is only the third in Turkey of the Nine-Tails Fox, which means that I think it was the first Hokage. Yeah, I think it was the first Hokage's mum. Not mum. First Hokage's wife, I think. Yeah. And she lived all the way up until Kushina was like 4 or 5 years old. So that would lead to being maybe like 100 to 120, 130, 150 years old. Yeah, yeah, like, I'm pretty sure the only people that, I would say, that the Uzumaki clan is probably the only people that can live that long in that time period, mind you, because as their technical increases, Kushina is probably, I would probably have a life expectancy of maybe like say increase it maybe by 10 or 20, so like 170 to 180 years old maybe. And Reue, her daughter, is probably going to live until she's 200 to 220. That's without, of course, Nine-Tails Fox. I think with Nine-Tails Fox, and then having even, I think, given slightly more life chakra, would probably expand her life to maybe like, no, I think Kushina is probably going to live to 200, and Reue would probably live up to, I don't know, like 210, 230, maybe even 250. Again, like, that's, only Uzumakis have that ability, and that's plus the Nine-Tails Fox. So, yes. Anyway, I think it's time to get jumped into this, because I was thinking about only making it 10 minutes, but no, I'm probably going to have to make it 20 to 30 minutes. Actually, I'm probably thinking of doing two parts. One at 12, which is going to be part 1, this part, and probably part 2 will come out maybe like 4 or 5 o'clock. Say, like, maybe, say 4 o'clock, because I'm not sure if some schools in the UK are open and some are not, so I'm going to do it at 4 o'clock. Yeah, 4 p.m. UK time, just so you guys know. 12 p.m. UK time and 4 p.m. UK time will probably be 12 p.m. part 1, this part, obviously. And yes, anyway, mind you, I won't be uploading 2 parts on a Monday every day, every day, every week. It's not a Monday every day. No. Anyway, yes, I'm gonna make it 30 minutes because it's already 8 minutes long. Oops. But yeah. So, just thinking now, guys. Sorry, I've rambled on so long. I've kind of forgotten about the story. Yeah, I think she some really weird stuff. Still would roughly grow up, not being the only. I would say the only 2 people that she'll be herself around would be the fellow Kage and Kakashi. I'm going to explain, because they could have done this even in canon, which is kind of surprising me. Which is why so Kakashi would be charged with probably another Onbu member to watch over Naruto until no, Reue, until Reue can, like, eat and walk on her own, talk, eat, or sleep. Well, no. Trying to remember like a thing. So it'd be until she can eat, sleep, walk, talk. Yeah. So, but of course, who to charge Kasha with, looking after her, because well, let's actually get into that soon, because that's going to be in conversation between us. Yeah. Anyway, so like the one day the can't remember his name. It's the Sage of Six Paths. I know he's actually got a name, but I can't remember it. The Sage of Six Paths, will be on his journey, and he'll come across the fog. And the fog go, I've had a vision. You go, vision? Yes, of the future. Like a young girl with bright blue eyes and long red hair would be friends with all 9 tailed beasts. And how do you know those, I've got 9 tailed beasts inside me? It'd be like, I can see the future, and it's like, you'd think instead of like maybe like chuckle a little bit, but be serious. Like, in the real world, only laughing in his head. And it's like, okay, of course this toad will be the toad, like the Mount Toad. Yeah. So that toad is extremely old. Crazy enough. Yeah. Oh. And he would say, yes, and so 6 months ago, I've also had that, like, premonition, and I've told all 9 toad beasts, and he would name them all. I can't really remember, besides Shikaku, Matatabi, I think Son Goku. Yeah, Son Goku is one. Matabi's 2 toes. Shikaku's the 1 toes. I know because 9-tailed fox. Kurama is 9 toes. Can't remember the rest. Besides from Son Goku, which I'm not sure. Yeah. But yeah, like, would be able to name all 9 of them. It's like, all 9 of them at once, just from hearing their names once, would be able to say their names back to each and every one of them, which, like, it would take him back a bit and be a bit surprised that, if Toad has also had this premonition. Okay, and that's, that's set off for the future now. I thought I'd just talk about that because I haven't really talked about it in my other 2 lives, which, oops. And plus, no one else really has. Anyway, so the whole 9 tails attack goes the same. Nothing's really going to change. Besides from the words from, like, her father, which would be, Reue, I hope you, make at least 1, hopefully 2 friends. And I hope, you've got at least someone in your life that you can depend on. I'm hoping that it'll be, like Kakashi or the 3rd Hokage. I don't really like Don, so no, just say that. Just to say that. And but I hope you get along. Like, I hope you're okay, and and I hope if everyone hates you, I'm sorry for making you the eating choker of the 9 tails. half of it, and I hope you can forgive me when you, like, if you lose control of it. I hope you don't. And yeah, like, you'd say whatever else you did, which I don't know. And Krishna would say the same things. And we'd probably, like, say, like, sorry she also couldn't be there to see her when she's reach her teenager years and that. Which, yeah, they die, and Kuma is sealed, of course, within her. Half of it, the other half in Minato. Because I'm not really going to change that. I'm not going to make Kusano stay alive. No. And, like, of course, the father Kage would, be sad for his pupil. Well, not really his pupil, but his successor's death, and would ask Reue, would ask Reue, can you look after your what is it, like, granddaughter? Yeah, say granddaughter. Goddaughter. That's it, goddaughter. And go, but I've got the spine network and that to do. Is that fine? Kakashi. I think he and maybe another arm before now until Kakashi's slightly more older. But yes, and we'd call him Kakashi, and the conversation would go pretty much like this, which is like, of course it's late because the fourth Hokage, your sensei's died protecting the village from the nine-tailed fox. He has sealed half of it. He had sealed, I'm guessing, half of it inside of him, and the other half inside his daughter, Reue. And why are you telling me this? Because, Kakashi, I want you to still continue your mission that Minato gave to you, which would be, to look after her, but make your presence known this time. It's a child, it's a baby now. Make sure that, make sure she's okay and that. And go, okay, like, for how long? Like, until she's, until she becomes, tuning, again. It's like that long. Like, yes. Mind you, you can check up on her, wow. I'd prefer you to actually, check on her every day and make sure that, she's okay, because of she's being a Uzumaki, and also she's got red hair, so anyone that comes in looking for an, the fourth Kage's daughter is going to know that it's either a Namikaze or a I just said it. Not 2 songs ago. Dang it! I forgot Borrow Too Easy. Uzumaki's, and they'd think, well, Uzumaki's got red hair and Namikaze's got blonde hair. She could have orange hair if it's mixed, or it can have, or yellow or red. And yeah. And she, Kakashi, like she only trusts Kakashi and the third Hokage. She seriously only trusts those two, or at least for now. And like one day she'd be, I think maybe, well, yeah, they would chuck up on her with another ombu that would, show Kakashi how to like put a diaper on the baby and that. And yeah, after that, Kakashi would probably slowly get attached to Reue, and when she turns 3 would probably actually tell Reue that, who is like, that, she's got a godfather, which is, trying to explain that. And we'd say that he's a pervert, explain he's also a bit of a pervert. But being, they could probably ignore the pervert part and just be happy that, she's got at least a godfather besides from being adopted, which Kakashi would tell her. And Kakashi would, say that I've got 2 secrets that I'll tell you once you become a Genin. Which, would get her excited to become a, ninja, a Genin. Yeah, Genin. Yeah. And so she's got no friends currently, and then it's like she's on. It's like 4 years old. The incident with, I can't remember her name. Oh God, I don't know why. But yeah, you know her name. So guys, I have forgotten. I'll be right back. Yes, I would still go the same with the Hinata, with the Billies. Mind you, Reue is able to fight because having Kakashi there to make sure she's okay. Would probably spar with her, very light sparring, but still teach her self-defense and that, so if someone tries to pick on her or hit her, she can hit back. And yeah, and yeah, and because one day it's like she'd just be one day on the streets crying. She knows she hasn't got a mum and dad as they died protecting her. And that, and that there's, she's got no friends, and she's cried a couple of times before, but nobody's ever really carried her down besides from the third, which he doesn't really care. He cares a little bit, but that's it. Yeah. The only reason I think why he cares in the first place because she's a Jinchuriki, she's Jinchuriki and also the Minato's daughter. That's the only reason why he cares. And besides from having Kakashi care about her, that's really it. She's got no friends currently, and she would just be crying on the swing. And all of a sudden she'd see a girl, just one girl, a girl come up and ask her, they'd be in the, no, not yet, they would be in, she'd go, you alright? Do you want to play with, play with me, Reue? Reue don't look up and go, what? You're asking me to play with you? It's like, yeah, you seem lonely. It's like, how do you know my name now? It's like, oh no, I think it's just like my mum says, oh, stay away from that girl, and said your name quite a lot. Whereas my dad's like doesn't. It's like, you can if you want, it's up to you, but I wouldn't, because the more time she spends with her friends, the more likely she is to have more people hate her. And yeah, and it's like, who is it? Oh, he's the head of the interrogation apartment. Oh, yes, that's nice. Nice for you to have but she wouldn't immediately, try and make it obvious that she doesn't have 8 pounds. And like she would join her, and she's like, oh, oh yeah, I'll be right back. And he goes, forgot her last name, but I'm Eno. And the other girl that's waiting is, waiting. She was a bit shy to come with me, and she mostly gets picked for like big forehead. Okay. We would follow Eno, and then we'd see like Sakura, and she'd go, this is Sakura, and she'd go, and Sakura, this is Reue, and say hi. We would kind of just be like, surprised that people are like, 2 people, or at least one person, but one's just being incredibly silent, but 2 are gonna be, and like play with, and like just hoping maybe they can be friends. And so my family owns a like flower shop, so let's go find some flowers, some red daughters, and probably pick, go through some flowers and find a red one that would actually not match, but closely match Ryu's red hair. Look, like, your red hair, is it from a clan? Because I haven't seen it before. She's like, yes, it's the people around the and here see the swirly pattern on the back of their vest. It's like, yeah, what's that's the Uzumaki symbol. It's put on the Hidden Leaf Villagers jackets to show their friendship with one another, or their ties. And it's like, I haven't heard of the Uzumaki clan. It's because I'm probably really possibly one of or literally probably either either the last one or one of the last people alive from the Uzumaki clan. And so you're part of this Uzumaki clan. Yes, what my adopted father said. Then you've got an adopted father. Yes, my mum and dad died. Apparently, he's saving me when they said he Ninetales attacked. They died protecting me, even though I was newly born. And yeah, they died, so forgotten they told the father that I care for and he cares for me. And yeah, and like, wait, probably thinking, wait, what, adopted father, what? Yeah, in the span of at least 2 years. So well, no, she's 4 years old, so in the span of like 3 years, so when she was only 3 years old, Cassie decided to adopt her. Yes, because like, it would slowly make Kakashi happy and get out of his depression, that, you'd think to adopt Ryu, and we'd go to the further guy. Okay, I'm going to adopt Ryu. What? You want to adopt it? It's like, yes, I do. So at least she's got not a guardian to look for. Well, a guardian that will be but she'll have at least a father of some sort that she can be happy to come home to, with everyone that may hate her. She will have someone to come home to. And just further guy is just mouth open, surprised. Yeah. And Kakashi would sign the adoption forms and letters and whatever he has to do, but yes. So that's pretty much how, after spending 3 years, and that's 3 years since the Hokage told him to look after her, that he's, and when she's 4, Kakashi told her, that, and I would probably say, a couple of days after this, they're gonna start the ninja school. Can't think of what it's called. The Ninja Academy. They're gonna start that, and it should be, should, I'll find a red flower that close as much as your hair. I think I already said that. I'm repeating myself. Oops. Yeah, and would be, surprised and to explain why, but she doesn't know. My dad knows who. My adopted father knows who my mum and dad was, and he said he'd tell me when I would become a Genin. So I've got that to look forward to once I enter and manage to graduate the school. I was just gonna say school. The school. And and yeah. And and also they've said that the Uzumaki are meant to have incredible, insane, apparently, lifespans. So apparently they think I may live up to 230 to 250 years old. And Ino's mother, Ino and come on, no, oops, Ino and Sakura's mother would just be wide open and be surprised that you could live until you're 230 to 250 years old. It's yeah, that's what they said. Maybe even longer. what? Like, well, you're gonna be old. And he's like, yeah, they just said that's a trait for the Uzumaki clans. Most people will be lucky to live past their, like, I'd probably say, like, 70s at this point. So, like, yeah, past their 70s. Yeah. 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 And, yeah, so those long, like, people who, like, my dad, like, do, so that's why, like, they were, like, pattern on their, pressing your, and, on your, like, the back of your dog. Yeah, because it's my clan emblem, or what's left of my clan. And my dad says that they were and still are the best at sealing jutsus. They said, like, said if I can, like, start learning them, I'm like, no one that apparently will be able to, like, beat me, outmatch me in sealing jutsus. So what would you be able to seal? Anything. Just anything. Yeah, it's like, yeah, just anything like chalk. Well, they wouldn't really know chakra because they're still kids. Actually, I think no, they would because they're, well, yeah, they're going to be in the ninja school soon. So, their parents would start teaching them about chakra and that, and at least a little self-defense, which isn't really going to help Sakura. But yeah, and they're gonna be, well, because obviously, as you can tell, Reue isn't gonna be stupid, but she isn't gonna be like, Minato, like, well, not even Minato level, like beyond Minato level, where, she'll just be able to, like, it's just, well, yeah, like Minato level, maybe in combat power and, like, when she's fighting. Well, actually, I'm pretty sure Naruto was actually that smart when he was fighting, so he would be even smarter than that. Yeah, so the only time she's smarter than her dad is within fighting, but that's like, like tactics and that, which, apparently, like, is the, so, yeah, and yeah, so, and they should come half, and as the day ends, would say, like, do you wanna do this, like, tomorrow? So, and we'd, pack up a bit more and go, sure, I've got, don't think I've got nothing to, like, I may not be able to come in, like, in the straight, like, in the morning, maybe in the afternoon, as I've got training with my dad. So, yeah, like, who is your dad? It's like, I know, like, I know, like, a couple of people, but I don't know many. So, I don't know, I don't think you know him, as he's, like, not a lot of people actually now see him, besides from hanging around me and looking after me. He's called Kakashi of the Sharingan, or the ninja who's copied 1,000 jutsus, is it over 100, or not, over 1,000 jutsus, Kakashi of the Sharingan. Yeah, the copy ninja of the Hidden Leaf Village. Yeah, I know him. Like, my dad. Well, my dad knows him. My dad's spoken about him. like good, of this good Cassie person, and I think it'd be like, nice to maybe it's like see him one day. It'd be yeah, I would be like a bit happy, and like and Sakura would start heading back. Reue would also start heading back, and I'd think that and actually I think from the way it looked like it, Ino's gets off first. Well, no, not Ino. Like Sakura's probably definitely the last person, but I think like Ino doesn't live that far away from like Reue, and then slightly further down is like Sakura. Yeah. And she'd stop at her house and wave her two friends bye. And Kakashi would just be just at the door. Well, not at the door, just at the window, saying, "Oh, she's finally finally has made two friends, Minato. She's finally got at least two friends that she can trust. Plus me, of course." Yeah. Yeah. And she still lives where Naruto would be living currently in the canon. Yeah. So Ryu, comes home, opens the door, walks in, and we tell Kakashi what she's, done, what happened, what's happened, and she beat up, what was it, 2-3 bullies that was picking on a girl, and I made 2 new friends. Or yeah, 2 friends today. It's I saw them walking back with you. He's like, wait, what, you was watching me? No, I wasn't actually watching you. I was looking out the window. Yeah, so you were still watching me. He's like, fine, call it whatever call it whatever. But yes, I was only putting out the window. I saw you with 2 other girls. So I see that, she'd be going out tomorrow. He's like, did you forget? He's like, no, I didn't. I've told them that I won't be able to come first in the morning as I'm training with you. It's like, good, so you haven't forgotten. But no, I haven't, and I'm ready. So, getting a bit cocky, are you? Like, no, I just know you're holding back. And it's I don't know how much longer I can actually hold back on her for. It's like, yeah, training with her for at least 2 years, she has actually gotten pretty strong. It's like, but this isn't going to be like one-on-one fighting Ryu. This is going to be on chakra control. It's like, yeah, you've talked about chakra control before and what chakra is. It's like, yes, and that you single-handedly hold more than everyone in the Hidden Leaf Village combined. But that just means you can just spam tutus and that. It just means you've got a lot of chakra. Like your tank is big, in other words. So I don't think big cuts it, Dad. I think more like enormous. too gigantic. It's like, maybe not even that. Yeah. And yeah. And would teach them, and would teach her some would teach would go, well, there is two techniques that your gaining teacher is meant to teach you, which is the tree walking and water walking. But I'm hesitant to tell you this, but I wouldn't tell your new friends right now what it is. But you know the nine-tailed fox? Yes. Well, the fourth Hokage sealed it inside of Naruto. That's why the villagers hate you, and I thought it'd be better to tell you now as your. And I thought you're going to start the ninja school, and so some kids may hate you, some kids may despise you, some kids may not even care about you. You just ignore, generally as some kids do, ignore your existence, or just go, oh, that's a funny kid, and that's it. Well, she's got strong talents. Some will despise you, some will hate you, some will be friends, and some will be your rivals. And yeah. And also you'll be going in school well, not tomorrow, so in 2 days time, so not tomorrow, well, the day after tomorrow. So I thought I'd get you a day early, but you'll be able to definitely probably be marked as the probably best fighter there. Yeah. Also, there may be some cheers there too. It's cheers. Oh, your eye. It's yes, it's called the Sharingan. It's the Uchiha's Gakei Genkai. It's the visual prowess. It's yes, but only the Uchiha and some Uchihas can, and only some Uchihas have access to this ability. So okay, and also Naruto, also Reue, you also have your own Genkai that you may not know of. It's I do. It's yes, but only the females or the girls of the Uzumaki clan have access to this. So every girl in existence does have access to the, well, not, but yeah, every girl in the Uzumaki clan have access to this Genkai, which is the Uzumaki chains, or also known as the adamantine ceiling chains or adamantine chains. Why are they called the adamantine chains if they're just chains? It's well, and we say adamantine because nothing can break them. So what do you mean by nothing? Nothing, even though they are chakra, because they're adamantine, nothing can break them. They can be they of course tend to be used for catching people and that, but they can be used for other things. Your mum didn't use it that much, but the one time she did use it, she could hold down the nine-tailed fox. And wow, mum was my mum was strong. It's like, yes, your mum was definitely strong, and she's. I think even if your parents were right, alive, even with their chakra reserves combined with the villages, and they had the best in the village. When even though you're called an Uzumaki, you're half Uzumaki and half Namikaze, and your dad had extraordinary chakra reserves, and your mum, even though because again the Uzumakis are said to or have insane chakra reserves, even among the Uzumakis, your mum had even better chakra reserves than they did. Yeah. So, yes. I'd say this does mean that one of the six paths sons, I think the one that so the one that didn't get the Gekkei Genkai. Yes. The one that didn't get the Gekkei Genkai will be a girl. This is why Naruto is a female. Yes. Does mean yeah, like it would be a female, yeah. But first or Kage and that battle would still go the same. That hasn't changed. That wouldn't change. No. But anyway. Yeah. It's like I said, I'd make it 30 minutes, and it's 15 minutes long. Probably gonna be an hour. Okay, doesn't matter. And like, she's happy, she's got a dad and that. And well, next day, she wakes up, her dad teaches her or start teaching some I don't know, she won't really go into shinjus, just knowing they're not really used and not knowing many. He does want to teach her one, which well, she will. What you will also do, Cassie, will go well, Johnny, you're meant to try and start walking on the tree first before walking on water. But if you can walk on water, you can walk on a tree, walk up a tree, or anything else. So we're gonna start you on walking on water. Plus you can try maybe I don't think she can learn these shadow jutsu. I don't think she can learn the normal shadow jutsu. The clone jutsu. She may be able to learn the shadow jutsu. Maybe. Not sure, but maybe. I'll teach you the clone jutsu, but I will also teach you this other clone jutsu, which is called the shadow clone jutsu. It's what's the difference between the clone and shadow clone? Well, the shadow clone is actually a actual thing you can hit, and the clone jutsu is just something that you can walk right through it. So I'll teach you these two. You may not be able to do the clone jutsu because of being the Jinchuriki of the Nine-Tailed Fox, having the Nine-Tailed Silver inside of you. Because I just thought this stat, but does the Nine-Tailed Fox have a name? It's what do you mean? He's got to have a name. He can't just be called the Nine-Tailed Fox. He's got to have an actual name. So I don't know. Possibly. Like, there's a good chance he does, and none of that I hasn't told none of us, so yeah. But there's a good chance that he does have a name. And with like and you'd be surprised how easy she she'd start walking on water. She'd fell like maybe like 3 times a day. It's like, okay, let's keep at it, and 4 tries she gets a bit out there, like maybe like a little bit. And then she feels like, I'm slowly getting there, and the guy's just like, it would take a normal getting like a good 2-3 days to a month to learn this, and she's already learning it in a couple of hours. What? She truly is a prodigy. It was like, yeah. I think you'd know where the scroll for not the scroll scene, but the scroll that the flame writing is in. And so I do have I'm thinking, well, if this is another trick, if you can become a genin, I'll also give you a score that will have a technique which your dad was very known for. Not one that you create. There'll be someone coming here to teach you that. But yeah. It's like, oh no, one of my dad's techniques. Yes, it's called the flying writing, or the flying thunder god. It's like, what's that? It's a teleportation jutsu, but long range, and it's like something that the first Hokage's brother came up with, or the second Hokage came up with. He also came up with the Shadow Clones. The multi-Shadow Clone, the Shadow Clone and the multi-Shadow Clone jutsu, which I'm going to teach you after you learn how to walk on water. And yeah, and mind you, your dad's flying writing is a lot better than, it's a lot faster, and it's just slightly less chakra than like the original flying writing or the flying thunder god. And yeah, like Kakashi wouldn't want to Kakashi would say there's people in danger foods, well, probably in the next part I will say, she'd say like, I get to learn something that made my dad popular. It's like more like, well, not just made him popular, but made anyone else scared of him. It's like, scared of him? What do you mean? Well, if it was him, like in the Third Great Ninja War, any like villagers was like any of the enemy we were told to, if it's your dad, run. It's like, run, why? Because that's our only option. That was our only option. They couldn't fight him, because before they started fighting, they would be dead. But he was that good. He was like, yes, and that's just from the flying Raijin alone. Plus he made a jutsu that takes the control over chakra you're like controlling your chakra and compressing it to the extreme. And also his technique isn't, as he said, it's unfinished, it's not finished, because he was going to add his own chakra nature onto it. It's like, what's chakra nature? Well, it's something like you're born with, but you can also, you learn the other natures. Like, the other nature, yeah, there's wind, earth, fire, water, and lightning. I've got lightning. No, I've got master over all 5 of them. I can use all 5 of them, but I can more easily use my natural one, which I was born with, which is lightning. So, yes. And I guess we'll find you on out like someday in the future, but not yet. So, okay. It's like about, like, mind you, they'd be talking while she's trying to talk more. She's just staying there, and she's just like completely forgot that she's actually on water. So it's only like 2 tries later, she's still talking to her dad flat out, and she's standing on the water. Dad hasn't realised either, and then like you gotta see, hasn't realised either, and it's like weird, like she's like, what was we like? Wasn't I turning into a walking water? He's like, yes, it was. I don't feel it anywhere. So, and she looks at it, she's like, I've been standing on it all this time, and she's like, what? You picked that up fast? No, I don't think I know almost anyone that has picked up as fast as you have. Wow. And plus you haven't like now to walk on a tree yet, which is even more impressive. So, yes, my chakra control may be better than like some of the getting, well, most of the getting there. And, yeah. And she knows she's got a Gekenga. It's like, is that a possible, like awakening? I think just like per chakra, I don't really know, but I think one day it may awaken. Like, it could be already awakened, but one day you'll probably use it, like not less wanting to, but trying to protect yourself or someone else, and it may come out. And because after that day you know what to feel. So okay. And yeah, so she knows that she can use the anti-antigen change or the anti-antigen change, but she knows she's got them, but she can't use them yet as it's not awakened. Like, she doesn't know how to actually shoot them out of her body yet. And this is also where I'm going to leave part 1 of What If Naruto Was a Girl / Female. Part 1. If you guys have enjoyed this, if you enjoyed it so much and you want to see more just like this, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video, and also don't forget to hit the little bell if you have pressed subscribed, so you don't miss out when I upload a video. And hey, goodbye. Just a quick note, guys, as this is an hour long part 1, I'm not going to be doing a part 2. Well, I will be doing a part 2, but that'll be up next week and not in an hour. Well, not in like 2 to 3 hours, because this is an hour long, and that was only going to be if it was 20 to 5 minutes long. So yeah, if you are like thinking, oh yeah, there's gonna be another one, like another one probably same length out in an hour or two. No, there isn't. So trust your hope, but no, you're gonna have to wait until next week, guys. So yeah, but I'll see you guys in the next video, and there you go. Bye. Goodbye.